Yo. I'm back. Guess who's back? Back again. Are you back? How does fall feel for you? I get lit up in the fall. Summer's a little heavy for me, personally. Here we go. Here we go. Elder Snake. Release the old. That's all I've been doing. How about you? Releasing that which no longer serves. On the spiritual path, isn't that like the goal of everything? To release what no longer serves so you can step into your true identity, to your true nature. Once you remove the scripts that we recite, the scripts we didn't write, passed on from culture, oppression, family, friend, society. There's so many layers to the conditioning of the human. And it's when we can peel off these layers that aren't ours, we can really shine. We can really tap in to what's in here. When you can tap in, tune in, and turn it up. Man, life shifts. It gets brighter. Roadblocks become navigation tools for evolving the soul. That's what they are. Obstacles are just navigation tools. The obstacle is the path that we're meant to go through. You grow through what you go through. Wayne Dyer. He was a special soul. He is a special soul. Okay. Number 37. Number 10. Number 1. 1-0. Womb. Spark of creation. All right. Elder Snake. When the layers of damaged and worn skin start to shed, there is a new and often raw layer underneath. It's like the middle space. You know what is not serving you and you're ready to let it go. You've let it go. But now, who are you without those identities, without those beliefs that have shaped you? The beliefs are changed. How do these new ones shape you? Shedding the old is not always a comfortable process. It's rarely a comfortable process. Subconscious, the ego, the inner child, all the same. Love the known. They only know the known. They only know the known. The consciousness, the 5% human consciousness that we operate with, most of us operate with, you don't have to operate 5% consciously. Just because science says subconscious systems are 95% unconscious, or our consciousness system is something I'm wrapping my head around hard, with our DNA, with our celestial blueprint, our divine blueprint. The dormant DNA is just intron potential. It can be reactivated. It can be turned on. Codes can be activated and turned on. We're not 2-strand, we're 12-strand, like I've mentioned. Possibly 13. Like I said, an Ivy League has already verified this. It's just science couldn't explain it back in the day, so they called it junk. Just like they did in the time of Newtonian physics and the creation of it. They couldn't explain energy, so they took it out and said that doesn't matter. Newton warned them all. You cannot take out the breath. You can't take out that which is the most of the cell, most of the existence of what is being quantified. 99.9999999% of what we are was just deemed not important because they couldn't figure it out. They could focus only on the 0.01% that they called matter, which is just compressed energy. Matter is just compressed energy. It's still vibrating particles of light. You, vibrating particles of light. I will never stop saying this because we are source in a human form, expressing itself in a human form through many different facets of Gaia. We are Gaia because we are source. We are elemental beings. We are a soul that is inhabiting this quantum antenna. We're quantum antenna. The pineal gland is a transducer, converts waves into information, I believe. I'm still trying to figure this all out. It's very interesting. Is the collective breath oscillating the oscillator? Collective consciousness oscillating the oscillator? It's the collective source is consciousness. That's what it boils down to. Source is consciousness. Split into feminine, masculine. It didn't used to be split. It was one source energy. And then it was split. Duality was created through code 12. And that's how source was able to experience itself at a different octave. And we get the gift of experiencing that. We choose to incarnate under a certain archetype, under a certain archetypal energy that has certain lessons that help evolve the soul. This is all quantifiable and verifiable in sacred texts, under theosophy. This is the law of one. Science has come so far and it's amazing, but still mainstream is suppression. Oppression is what it is. Oppression suppressing the innate nature that we are, the superconscious humans, superconscious light beings. It's not Homo sapiens, it's Homo luminous. It's the luminous human. It's epic. We are transmitters of light, sound, color, all of it. In a holographic universe, a holographic matrix. It's trippy to understand, but the Satya Yuga is here. The Kali Yuga is over. The age of forgetting is done. We're not forgetting anymore. We're remembering. We're remembering. Satya Yuga is the era of remembering. Consciousness is rising. The consciousness of this planet is truly rising. And it's an amazing time to be alive. When you can exit the mainstream fear-mongering and tap into what's really happening on this planet in a good way, we can then shine light on the destruction, devastation, distortion. We have to come together. It's not us versus them. It's not ego versus you. You got to integrate that ego. That's the child. You don't want to eradicate it. You want to integrate it. And I'm laughing just because why so serious? Truly. Why so serious? Because the devastation is serious? I get it. I really do. I get it on a scale of what I've experienced through my lens. And we're all going through similar things at varying degrees. And we need to be there for each other more. The FearCon needs to go. It needs to be over like yesterday. The sarcastic, viral FearCon memes, get out of here. Like, there's no sheep. There's fellow humans doing the best they can with what they have. So we need to become less judgmental and have more compassion and grace for our fellow humans. Because judge lest ye be judged. There should be no judgment there. There was no judgment there. That became a distortion through the translated teachings of the Law of One. There shouldn't be judgment at all. Serves no one to judge anyone. Stay in your lane. Take care of your backyard. Clean up your subconscious. Start operating from a space of who you truly are, not who you've been told you should be. Everything I say is love. It comes from love. I love you. I love This planet, I love all the creatures on it. I stand for a culture of love, period. And that's what Conscious Human MFG stands for. I'm in the space of accepting the mission of helping to raise the consciousness of this planet, and this is how I'm supposed to do it. This is what I've been told. The messages have been coming in hot. Esoteric medicine for the human has been coming through, and I've been trying to decipher it, and I have been deciphering it, and I've been experiencing it, and I've come to understand who I am, what I am. I am that. I am. Not Allie. I am that. I am. And when you know that, your limitless potential becomes activated within you in your dormant codes. Your in-trauma potential. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for you. Because when I rise, we rise. She rises. Gaia. This planet needs help. We're the only species that destroys its habitat. It's sad, is what it is. We destroy our habitat and we destroy each other through the judgment. This planet is in an upward trend, though. Light is flooding in. The systems are crumbling. They need to be rewritten in an age of remembering. I'm going to finish this message. Snake helps you to take the recently shed layers into a death ceremony so you can honor the stories you've lived. And that's what I've learned to do. Honor the lessons that I've experienced. I've seen them at a higher octave, so I could push them out of the body. I could transmute them out of the field. The disease in my body as a result of those beliefs is gone. Epigenetics is the study of how your genes manifest themselves, express themselves. Epigenetics means above the gene, and that layer is what tells your genes how to express themselves. And what guides that epigenetic layer? Your environment, your emotions. Your environment and your emotional health tell your body what to manifest, what to turn on, what to turn off. Diseases turn on and off. Have you heard of placebo, nocebo? It's real. It should be talked about way more. There is always a transitional liminal space between releasing the old and calling in the new. And Elder Snake is here to steady you. The liminal space can feel chaotic and disorienting, for your new layer of skin has not fully emerged, and therefore it needs to be tended with gentleness and grace. You might be quantum leaping, you might have just quantum leaped or on the verge of one, and realizing, I can see this, I can do this. The human needs time to catch up, the human psyche. Keep going. Keep believing in yourself. When nobody else will, you believe in yourself. That's all that matters. Your opinion of you is the only opinion that matters. It's the only opinion that matters because that's who runs the show. And who runs the show? The subconscious child. 0 to 7 wounds that were inflicted on that poor child from 0 to 7 are what run the show in this human adult form. So we need to tap into that which we've experienced, process it, let it go. Let that old story go. Every time you recite that story, you solidify it further into your field, into your human, into the disease that's created from that. You can do this. And I'm here for you. And if no one said I love you today, then I love you. And know that it's true. Elder Snake wraps in a coil to sun themselves on the rocks. You too can curl up, rest, and nourish yourself with things that warm your soul. Follow the things that light you up. The choices you've made today, who made those? Were they your choices, your beliefs, or were they beliefs that were indoctrinated into you about what you should do, what path is normal? And that word needs to be removed from the dictionary. It's the worst word. Pigeonholes a human into something that who said? A consensus said was normal? Some certain group of humans? Not cool. Snake is intimately connected to the Earth Mother's heartbeat. Their belly gliding across the soil, rocks, and grass, taking the grounding force into their body. Gaia's heartbeat, the Schumann resonance, beats with us. She beats through us. The toroidal energy field that runs through Gaia runs directly through you in the same fashion. And when you're wobbled, when your central channel is off because the distortions are heavy, you don't feel like you're clicking, not truly. You wake up with this weird air of anxiety. That shouldn't be there. That's not normal. But these words coming through me, they're coming through me. Let's just say that. I'm not for everyone. Not everyone, you don't need, and this is, discernment is key. Discernment is key with everything anyone says. This is what I believe to be true in this now moment based on my lens in this current time, based on my current perception, which is forever shifting and evolving and growing. Snake brings this medicine your way during this time as support for the layers you are shedding. They remind you that the land recognizes you and that you belong no matter what you are going through. Grieve, wail, and weep the old season of your life. Then let it go. Thank it for its gift. Thank it for its lesson. And there's a new choice to move through. Is it love or fear? Hopefully you're turning towards love, because when you're moving with a lens of love, life flows really beautifully. But if you're moving through fear, there is static in your field, contraction, not expansion. Lower consciousness map, Dr. David Hawkins. The loop of the lower vibrational emotions that serve a purpose on levels, but not to ruminate on them and get so heavily ingrained in them that you are in reaction mode in life instead of response mode. We want to breathe and respond, not react. It is in those reaction moments that we regret and that change our life. When your body and soul feel ready to free themselves from old layers of pain, call upon Elder Snake. You can shed the dry, worn out layers with ease. You will move through many of these moments throughout your life, and at times you might not recognize yourself. If the spaces in between letting go and embracing the new feel frightening, you get down low to the earth and rest. For I will remind you that this is a natural cycle of life. It is the cycle of life. The cycle of life is a roller coaster. We feel exceptional, and then we can feel really low. It's just the cycle of life. It's death and rebirth. Nature. The moon. She goes dark, she goes bright. She ebbs and she flows. She guides the tides, she guides us. That's the cyclical nature that is life. When we can honor that and have grace for it, that we're not always going to be at the peak feeling exceptional and happy every single day. But underlying it, gratitude is always there. No matter what, gratitude is always there. Because there's always something to be grateful for in this life, as hard as it can seem sometimes. Life is a gift. And we're grateful for the gift. And the ability that is the evolution of the human. The capability we have inside of us. When we do have love, grace, and compassion for ourselves, and when we do receive that. But when you can hold it for yourself, it doesn't matter if it comes in any other form. when you can be a beacon of light, a lighthouse for others, then when you have risen, others will also see the rising. A new path will be illuminated. Something different will be possible for all of us. That's where I will leave you. I love you. Peace.